And you're live. Oh, we're live.
We're here.
Oh.
Hey, hey,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
hey.
This is the motherfucking Fresh and Funky, aka Misery in the Scripts, doing the sports show here. Been doing it for a long time, so hey, gonna continue doing this shit here. Uh yeah, we're gonna have to recap the weekend of what was a pretty, for me,
Terrible.
pretty terrible. It was a terrible sports bet weekend. We got the Super Bowl. We got the Super Bowl coming up this week. Pretty excited. Got Bengals and Rams, SoFi, got Eminem, Dr. Dre, Mary J. Blige, Kendrick Lamar, Busta Rhymes,
Yo, 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 yo.
So, it's gonna be an interesting week to see. And we'll actually start out, we just started out some news and notes. Alvin Kamara was arrested right after the Pro Bowl. Yes, you heard it. Alvin Kamara. Alvin T. Kamara, not the fucking chipmunk, okay? Was arrested for allegedly assaulting.
Not to be confused with the chipmunk.
Allegedly, he assaulted some female, apparently, and she had to go to the hospital, and apparently, I guess, named him.
Well, they still got hoes in Vegas.
So, I mean,
They still got hoes there.
as far as my note is, I'm sure Alvin Kamara is not a married man, so. But you shouldn't be out in the streets, especially in Vegas, where people are gonna, you know what's gonna happen. So you put some hands on somebody, and somebody's gonna make a TMZ fucking moment out of your bitch ass, and it don't
But the
matter.
thing in the matter is, with those kind of stars like that, no one's allowed access unless you grant access where they're at.
Right.
So, probably someone he was flirting with or some shit.
Right. So probably some chick, you thought you were trying to get jiggy with it, like this motherfucker Will Smith out here and shit. Get jiggy with it. Jiggy with it. Yep, we live, complete. We live.
I'm just saying though, like these women are just as crazy. So
Right.
bitches be pushing your buttons and stuff like that. Some girls are just devious like that. So especially if you got
Right.
money, you got fucking money,
There's some
bro.
gold diggers out there, okay, Vegas.
You gotta watch these bitches out here, bro. You know,
You ain't got no busted bitches out there. I mean, you probably do, but a lot of bitches out there in Vegas and in Miami and New York City and LA, these bitches are ratchet. These women don't give a
ain't
shit.
nothing wrong with ratchet bitches, but the fact of the matter
But you
is,
gotta be careful when you deal
this
with
is what
them.
I'm saying though. When you are famous, these are the things that you can't do what an ordinary motherfucker does. Like us going out, ain't no one give a fuck we going out. We ain't getting bitches like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You don't make the news. You don't make headlines. You know what I mean?
You know what I mean? So it's like you just gotta watch yourself. So
Yeah, especially when
hopefully you learn your shit, because a lot of shit can happen.
But you brought up a good point though, Michelle. Like how it's not like any busted person can get in these guys' circle. It has to be somebody they allowed to come hang out and chill with, that they felt was kind of cool or chill or whatever. So it's not like, oh man, they just snatching bitches. Give her, bitch. Get over here. Get that bitch. Get her. Like people think it's just like they're out there like robbing, like snatching and shit. Like it's robbing and snatching, like some type of profession that we don't want to talk about.
Whenever, anytime they're in the club, they let people in. It's not like, what I'm saying? So
because they have to have an entourage or people you come.
So it's basically all on him. So that's his fucking fault. Yeah, we did not do good this weekend. I think I did better. I did better than the day before. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
Because was the other day I won one fucking game. And then the next day I won 2 games. But the beginning of the week I was losing only 2 games. 2 games.
Yeah, Saturday I totally shit the bed in college. I was 2 for fucking 6 out of 8 games. I shit the bed in college on Saturday.
That was yesterday?
No, that was Saturday. Yesterday's not Saturday. Yesterday was Sunday. And so that was the 5th.
Okay.
In the NBA, I shot the bed. So basically that whole day I shot the bed. NBA, fucking college, it was just a shit show.
Let's see. My Saturday was my college was 2-5.
Did did a little bit better than I did.
And then it was 3-3 for the.
Oh, you did better than me in NBA. But no, yesterday here.
Yeah. Yesterday was looking a lot better.
But look at when we combined on the spread. We went 4-3. We won 4 out of 7.
Well, I knew that Gonzaga one would have fucking cashed.
And
for
then
sure.
I went to do some stupid last resort one, which ended up I picked 6 teams and ended up only winning 3 and losing 3. So that didn't do shit. So let's just say it got better than 2-6 and 1-5, but it was not very good. And
Yeah.
then yesterday in college, if I didn't pick Cincinnati's bitch ass and fucking Manhattan.
That's where I went wrong too. We both picked Cincinnati. I was 4-2 for college, and I told him I was like, I think you picked them on the spread, right?
Yeah, I picked.
See, I picked them on the money line, and then my fault was I picked Washington when I should have just picked Stanford. I mean, Stanford cashed for me every time I picked them.
Yeah.
But my dumb ass, I'm just trying to make some money, so But Canis, my brother.
Canis.
I mean, I've never picked Canis in my life.
Canis.
But they won. They covered my spread. St. Peter's fucking covered.
St. Peter, I should have went with St. Peter.
Akron covered, and Wyoming fucking beat Fresno State.
That was my punishment, for not picking Peter. Trying to rob Paul to pay Peter over here.
And then what'd you do for NBA yesterday?
NBA, I went 3 out of 5. So out of 8 games, I only won 3. So I didn't do bad. I did better. Sunday was a better day as far as picking and betting. Saturday I shit the bed.
Yeah, so
Sunday was
NBA yesterday I was 5-3. I lost the Bulls game, the Hawks game, and the Rockets. But the Bucks cashed for me, the Cavs cashed, Celtics cashed, T-Wolves cashed, and the Nuggets won. So yesterday was definitely the best I did all weekend. So
yeah,
I'm not gonna be too mad about that.
Even though there wasn't like a small slate Sunday. I mean, as far as the college was.
But we were out there barbecuing
better.
and shit too. So
yeah, we were out barbecuing, so we didn't really do a show.
Enjoying this Cali weather.
Enjoying the nice warm weather. It's gonna be nice and warm. Fucking everybody else probably hate California and Florida. I want to fucking burn. They want to burn California and Florida. Burn those fucking states. The fuckers got good weather. Yeah, right. We got good weather, but we still got shitty ass representatives that run our fucking state. I'll just leave it at that. Just leave it at that there.
You had to chime that shit the fuck in.
Yeah, I always gotta throw that in there, I always gotta throw my jab at all these jabbers,
Yeah, I'm not a fan of our governor.
Mr. Spoosum. All right, we got college basketball already underway here. We got Charlotte and Florida International.
69. I like that.
Charlotte's got the 69 boys out there, 69 boys.
69 is my favorite number.
Got 69 boys in the house. The Quad City DJs, they're taking care of business right now. They're beating Florida International by 15 with 7:10 to go in the second half.
Hofstra's down by 2. I almost picked them.
Hofstra's down by 2.
I almost picked them.
53-51.
Kind of glad I did now.
Well, I mean, I looked at that game. Like I said, the same thing with this Charlotte. Yeah, good thing I stayed away from that game. I would probably fuck myself early. Hartford and UMass Lowell is 20-18. They're still in the first half. And Holy Cross and Colgate. So the Holy Cross. So you got the Holy School versus the teeth cleaning school, the dentist school, the Colgate.
Thought about that game too,
my
but
attempt of a joke.
I don't know. I wasn't really sure.
It's 14-14. So there's just 4 games on the line here that have already started here. None of which that we have any invested interest in. I mean, I liked the Florida Charlotte game last night, but I stayed away from it, which is for good reason probably. Because I would probably end up going with Florida Atlantic and probably losing my ass right now. But no, today we
What do we got? What do you got for today?
Let's see. Today I selected here for college here.
Death to false rap.
I went with the
Excuse me.
I went with Southern Utah plus 2.5. They're playing Montana in Montana. Southern Utah, they they've been on a roll. They've been kind of on a roll as of late. So I mean, I'm kind of picking them. But Montana, they're kind of a sneaky, pretty good basketball school. I mean, they're really good Division One AA college football team too as well. They used to be up in the championship fights. They weren't this year. I mean, they were in the playoffs, I think, but they lost. I'm taking Arizona double digits here tonight to beat Arizona State here. The Battle of Arizona. Got Arizona minus 12. They've handled business against UCLA and USC. I think they just a perfect opportunity to smack the shit out of their in-state rival. And I'm confident with Arizona. I think they have a good team. Me and my sister bought on it. We said Arizona is probably going to be a good team we might be seeing in March Madness in the tournament. So definitely want to buy into them. It'll be the first time I actually picked them this year. So I think of a good spot them taking double digits. I mean, it's scary to take double digits.
Yeah.
But today, I gotta live reckless and dangerous.
Shit, we ain't winning. You might as well take
I'm
a
not
fucking
winning.
risk.
I'm not winning doing what I'm doing, so I might as well do some reckless, crazy shit.
Yeah,
Bet on
fucking do
fucking
something.
nobody's whoever double digit points, 20 points. Well, let's go. And then the next double digit team that I took was Southern. They're playing. Who are they playing today? Who's the Southern? Who's the Southern team playing today here? Who's? I know they're playing later on. They're playing Alabama State, so they're at home. So, and they're pretty much. I think they're the number one team in the SWAC. I believe they play in the SWAC. They're a historical black college, so we gotta go put some respect on. This is Black History Month, and even though we won't get to that either, because people just don't want to even understand about that shit. But anyhow, we try to represent at least. We try to feel for our white guilt and bet on these poor African Americans that never seen a dollar and a dime in their life. So we gotta go out of our way to support our ways of what we to spurn our ways of white guilt, for white privilege, whatever the fuck that is. But anyhow, 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 I took Southern plus the 10. I think they should cover at home against Alabama. Against Alabama State. I'm taking Montana State. They're on the road to win by 10 against Idaho State. Idaho State's only won I think 2 games or so. So it's not, nothing pretty. No pretty college names here for me today. Here, Montana State here. So hopefully they'll cover. And I got Prairie View A&M, another historical black college. Took them plus the 1.5 to cover the 1.5. Hopefully they'll win tonight. They did have a win in the last game, so they are playing in a historical black college. So that's put some respect on their names. And I'm taking UTEP tonight to upset Northern or North Texas. They're playing in Denton, Texas. They're playing in the Sleepy Pit, or I don't know what the hell they call it. But I believe in UTEP. The boys from El Paso. The Miners. They're generally a pretty decent little squad here. So I'm betting my money line money on them tonight. As basically every other game, I basically bet the fucking spread. So doing something different, betting on some different teams tonight. Hopefully, we'll get a better and positive result with our dollar bet. If all 6 of those teams cash, we will be taking home a whopping $136.31, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, it is amazing. It's amazing. So that is what I have as far as the collegiate level goes here. And we're going to get in the NBA. All right, let's see. I take the over 206.5 on the Heat and the Wizards. For some reason, I'm just crazy thinking these guys are going to have a high scoring affair. Taking the Hornets money line over the at home against the Raptors. I'm taking the over 210 in the Warriors and Thunder. I'm taking the points in that game. I'm taking Bulls money line tonight, even though they're lost to the 76ers last night. They're playing the Red Hot Suns coming in, so I don't know. It might be just crazy, but I'm a Bulls fan. I gotta go ride or die with my team tonight. And I ride or die with the Jazz minus the 8 tonight here against the Knicks. I just think the Jazz now they have Mitchell back, and I think they hopefully I think tonight they might get Rudy Gobert back, so that might also help them as well here. So I think they can definitely cover at home here to win by 8. And then I added since there's only 5 NBA games, I added one more college basketball. So I added Grambling, another historical black college, minus the 5 points here on the spread. So if those 5 NBA teams plus the college team, those 6 bets cover for $1, I will win a whopping $101.11. So yeah, real big spender tonight. We just we keeping it real tonight. We're just throwing it out there. We're throwing shit at a dartboard here tonight, hoping that something might stick in cash and take us home some money here. Daddy needs a bag here. Daddy needs a new bag. With that said, I'm gonna pass it over to my sister. She's gonna tell you her picks here. I'm sorry that maybe I get scare people away on Black History Month and all this other stuff, but that's why I'm nobody's cup of tea, and that's why I am fresh and funky, and I just don't give a fuck. At the end of the day.
All right, so this is what the fuck picks I went with today. Modelo.
We're not sponsored by Modelo.
All right. I wish I was actually.
No sponsorship.
College picks. All right. So I went with Furman minus 250 on the money line. I went with George Mason plus 265 on the money line. I went with James Madison plus 160 on the money line. I went with Stony Brook minus 5 on the spread. I went with Presbyterian minus 4.5 on the spread. I went with NC Central minus 2 on the spread. They've cashed for me before. I don't really know too much about them, but I've picked them before and they did pretty good. And then I picked Kansas minus 1.5 on the spread. Excuse me. So I risk $1 as I always do, and I'll win 171.83 cents. So I wasn't really too happy about my George Mason pick, but I just went with it.
You never know. George Mason might be the pick here. Might be the pick.
So for NBA tonight, I went with Heat minus 6 on the spread. I went with Hornets plus 1 on the spread. I went with Warriors minus 1,100 on the money line. I went with the Suns minus 8 on the spread. I went with the Jazz minus 8 on the spread. Then I added 3 college picks along with it because there's only 5 games today for NBA. So I put Temple minus 185 on the money line. I picked Duke minus 11 on the spread, and then I picked Belmont minus 20 on the spread. I usually don't go too high, but I picked Gonzaga that was really high, and I picked somebody else before. I usually try not to go anywhere around that, but Belmont's a pretty decent team, and
double digit.
The team that they're playing isn't very great.
I actually got 3 double-digit teams tonight here to cover the spread here.
I got 2.
And I'm not mad. I think they can cover. I mean, sometimes college is kind of a sport where you can take the double-digit dog.
I would rather do that than NBA.
Then if you do NBA or
but it depends who the team is though, because the Bucks usually cover when I do a double-digit spread, so they're usually pretty good about it. The Suns are too. The Suns usually cash on that as well, and there's another team that usually does too. Sometimes the Warriors do as well. But yeah, those are our picks for today. Hopefully we can win some money. I haven't won in like 2 months. But when I did cash, it was college. So that's what I usually
smoking that good.
Do better
that good here. Yeah. We got the Super Bowl coming up. Super Bowl coming up this Sunday.
I'm going for the Bengals.
My sister's going for the Bengals. I mean, I haven't really, picked the side yet here. I mean, I think a lot of people are going to the Bengals as far as the betting goes. Let's look at the numbers right now. We'll get a live check-in on the numbers. 4 now, -4.
Not bad.
-4. I mean, it's kind of.
I think if it goes up anymore, it'd be like 6. I don't think it'll go to 7.
the only way it goes that way is if like a lot. I mean, if something happens, like if somebody gets hurt, something big has to sway it a point or 2 points more. It has to be like, okay, this guy's out. Like if somehow Joe Burrow couldn't play, or something. I mean, you'd see the line go way motherfucking. But 4 points
You
isn't a
never
bad
know.
line. I mean, it's not a bad line. It's been that way. I think it's been 4 points ever since it came out. The over-unders stayed about 48 and a half. So, I mean, that's not too bad either. I mean, I don't know. I mean, do we think it's going to be a lot of points here? I mean, the Rams defense, I mean, they are vulnerable at times,
I don't know. I'm probably gonna go with
but
Cincinnati on the money line because it could just be like a field goal win game. Like that's the past two games that they played. They've only won by a field goal.
yeah, the
So
Bengals have. I mean, the Bengals have, they started out kind
I
of
mean, if the
slow.
Rams defense plays really really well, like the end of the Niner game, it could come down to just
Well,
fucking 3 points.
that's what it was. The tail of the halves. The Bengals played a really kind of bad football against Kansas City, and what I thought saved them the game was getting that stop when they stopped Tyreek Hill from scoring that touchdown. That right there started the momentum for the Bengals to basically alleviate to win against Kansas City in Kansas City, in my opinion. And then, in my opinion, with the Rams, yes, they were playing, but the Rams were down in that game as well. But they came
Yeah,
back, and it was to me Aaron Donald. Aaron Donald solidified why they definitely ended up
he's
winning.
the reason why they won.
I mean, he got up there, got the
That fucking
pressure,
prep
and then
talk.
especially the last one where he got the pressure, where he got Garoppolo to throw that errant interception that basically
Yeah,
sealed the
I
deal.
agree. I agree
And I
with
just
that.
think that their defense stepped up when they needed it. I mean, did their defense can their def, does their defense give up some yards and can is their defense vulnerable to give up scores? Yes, but are they going to give up like 30 points to the Bengals? I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, the Niners had a pretty explosive with Debo Samuel. I mean, I mean, it's not like but it's good to see the Bengals and the Rams, two new teams in the Super Bowl. So I mean, hey, I
I'm
can't
digging
complain.
it. I'm digging it.
I'm digging it. I mean, I can't complain about it. I'm not, and now we don't have to deal with Tom Brady, guys. No Tom Brady. I mean, obviously we got to deal with this, issue with coaches and not getting hired and stuff like that, like Brian Flores, and it's a shame. Brian Flores should have never lost his job in the first place, in my opinion. I mean, it's just a damn shame. Like we shouldn't have like this thing. We should be having these guys be coaches or be in front offices because man, their resumes should speak for themselves as the players and this and that. We shouldn't be having pre-existing judgment. I don't know why the fucking owners won't pick these people. Is it because of racial undertones and stuff of this nature? That I don't know. I can't tell you that unless for definitive fact these people come out and straight up tell you they are, but they're not because they're business people. And a lot of business people, a lot of things are done shady. I'm sorry to tell people. A lot of business people are, forthcoming and great people. Some of them are very fucking shady, do shady dealings, and wonder why they end up like Enron, like the Enron scandals, and, you know,
And I
and
remember
shit,
that shit. It
and
was like
shit
the
like
whole
that.
fucking shit. The whole world fucking went to shit when that fucking went happen. It was like,
You
oh
could-
my god.
And then you got Bernie Madoff. That guy was a piece of garbage, scandals. I mean, you have a lot of people that are, they're business people. So how should we expect them to act some affordances of ways? But we should be in time and days there where we should be hiring people. It doesn't matter your fucking color. You should be the best player. I mean, Eric Bieniemy should have had a fucking head coaching job. The offensive coordinator from the Chiefs. He definitely should have had it.
Yeah.
So, it's crazy, I'm telling you. But I don't want to say it's all that or this and that. But maybe there is a sense.
Huh?
Uh-oh.
I'll find it.
I don't know how.
Use the
I don't know where it was at.
use the mouse thing. Sorry, we're having to look for a mouse and not a real mouse. A mouse is a little sensor thing or whatever thing plugs into this thing. But not for my case. But yeah, we're talking about that. You know, I mean, I wish there would be more minorities being hired as coaches and stuff of that nature too. But you know, this is the NFL. I mean, it's their fucking game, and they're gonna play like this, and they're gonna do whatever. So we shouldn't expect any different from these people. Now, you know, if you want better, and they, you know, then make your own shit. You know, for me, it's like, hey, if I don't like something and I think something is bad, why am I gonna stay? Why am I stay the course to fight? You know, and it's not about the NFL. You see, it's much bigger than that. But see, we as a society don't want to talk about shit because whether you feel strongly on one side or the other, you could be getting fooled, and we could be getting fucked with and manipulated in certain ways. But people don't want to look at that angle, right? We always want to look at, you know, you're not being used in a certain position, and that's what happened. You know, fuck about talking sports and shit. I'll talk sports all fucking day long. But if we want to talk about real life shit, we got to address the real root of issues here. You know, and the real root of issues is we don't want to have a communication. We don't have dialogue. We don't have these things. And why? Because they want them to be that way. And so, you know, and so that's the day and age. You know, when people just don't want to have conversations. And when we don't have conversations, we have the ramifications of the fallout of miscommunications. There's nobody wants to be informed, or nobody wants to realize that we being fooled. It doesn't matter your stature or whoever you are. All of us are being fooled. I mean, if you don't think you're being fooled or being used in this world, you're sorely mistaken. I'll tell you that right now. Just because I have a color in my skin doesn't guarantee me goddamn jack shit. And I just get tired of the shit is like, oh, I'll never understand, or I'll never come from a point of view of this and that. You know. But that being the case, I always like to talk about sports here, but nobody wants to see the sports. Everybody wants to just, hey, we talk sports all day long, but when Kenny starts to talk about some real shit, that's when people start to leave. And it's okay, because I'm not here to fucking argue about if I'm right or wrong. Because what's the point of me wanting to be more right than somebody being wrong, or whatever? Is that what we live for too? Like, that's what I want to ask you. I mean, don't believe that you ain't getting tricked in the same parlor trick where it's the same cycle over and over again. They use the same okey doke trick on every motherfucker. And if you don't want to believe that, I don't know what to tell you. And you can keep, you know, they do it to sports, and they get all your sports heroes and your sports athletes and all these other people, and they get you. They get you. They get they get you to believe in these people when these people are just as fooled as you, except for they're willing to play the game. And, and life is not a game, and we're slowly but surely figuring that out. And the reality is the same. Life ain't a game. It's just gonna start getting real, more real than it's ever been. But we have the perception that everything should be easy, and everything's gonna be easy for us. It ain't gonna be easy for any of us. Never was, never has. But we keep telling ourselves this shit and wonder why we're in the place that we are. But I'm the only motherfucker that wants to say it. And, you know, hey, I'm not perfect. I fucked up many times, many things. But you know what? I'm gonna keep on getting up. Keep on getting up every day and trying to do better. You know, I'm not where I want to be, but you know what? It takes a lot to admit that you're not strong, and you got your pride and this and that. And you got to be bigger than you are. That's the problem. A lot of us won't come up here and admit to things to ourselves because we just want to be, you know, a fucking character. Like we watch TV and shows and everything else, so now we want to play a fucking character. Believe you me, it never works out in the end. Wonder why these fucking actors and all these people die miserably and sad. And oh my god, oh my god, he died tragically. Tragically, they were sad. They were broken. People are broken. They don't know what to do. They're lost. So we struggle to find the truth and to search the truth. And we search high and low. And where do you find? Well, sometimes you find the truth. Sometimes you think you find the truth. Maybe you don't find the truth. Maybe you find more bullshit, more more elaborates and more riddles and more other shit that just keeps going down. And I'm telling you, I'm just telling you now. We can sit here all day, talk sports, and the illusions of, oh man, it's great. It's all an illusion. It's all out of the perception, keeping you in, keep you in, like a movie film projector. The scenes keep coming. The scenes keep coming, man. All right. But yeah, we do some betting, parlay betting, mostly, but straight up bets. I mean, unless you really like it here. And let's see. Let me look at. Let me get into betting here. I mean, like I said, I don't really got a side either way for the Rams or the Bengals here. Don't much care. I'm just. I don't care for the number 4. I mean, if I'm gonna take anything in this here, it might be the over under. And most of the time, I'm an under guy, so I might take that to the 48 here. Because I think Cincinnati has a pretty, stingy defense. The Rams do as well. So I mean, if both teams get stagnated and it ends up like a 24-21 or 20 or it ends up 27-20, 27-20, something like that, 28-21, ends up somewhere like that. I mean, if you want the over, it's definitely got to go, 28-21. It always doesn't end up that way. But let's see. Let's go give a college update here. One team's already over. I believe it was the Charlotte game. Well, Hofstra is up by 5 now, 70-65. Less than a minute in the second half here. We got Hartford is actually winning by 3. About 16 seconds. Well, about 7 seconds left. They're about to go to halftime here in the first half here. So, then we got Holy Cross. 11:55 to go in the first half. Pretty low scoring game between Holy Cross and Colgate here. Got 14-14 here. I mean, holy moly here. Could we see a first half under of less than 60? No higher than 70? Good, man. I definitely should have took the under in this game, the Holy Cross and Colgate, which I didn't bet that at all. I definitely stayed away from that game here. Let's see. Game that I didn't bet that I probably would. Yeah, Navy and Lafayette. I mean, I'd like to pick under 129, 129 and a half. These teams just low scoring, low scoring, low scoring as it is here. Um, Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech. I think that's gonna be a pretty interesting game here to say the least. Pittsburgh and uh, yeah, they're playing. I think Virginia Tech can win by 13. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can. I mean, Pittsburgh. Yeah, would be violating, balling. Um, yeah, maybe it's Texas Southern and Bethune-Cookman under. Another little under I would like here, under 129.2. Okay. the big game tonight here, we got Kansas and Texas. I'd say that was probably the biggest game of the night here on the college slate here. Yeah, Kansas had a real. I mean, they smoked Baylor. They smoked Baylor bad, like over the weekend. And it wasn't even close. And Texas has kind of played some key games. I mean, they ended up beating Iowa State, so that was a big victory for them. So coming back to the thing, Michelle. What do you think here? Buying or selling? Who are you buying and selling tonight? Either Kansas or Texas? You think?
Well, I put my money on Kansas.
All right. So my sister thinks Kansas tonight. You
I
know,
ain't really seen. Uh,
well, I think Texas was a lot stronger last year. They had a really strong depth team last year, and so they still have some guys back from last year, but I don't think it's that same kind of continuity from the team. So they're trying to, but they're still ranked number 20. I mean, Kansas ranked number 8 here, so so definitely a Big 12 showdown tonight in Texas, down there in Austin. Yeah, I'd probably say I'd have to buy Kansas as well. I mean, I like Texas. I think Texas is a fairly good college basketball team, but I think right now Kansas is playing probably the better team basketball, and maybe somehow Texas finds Kansas in the tournament and gets a big victory against them. But I definitely could see Texas in the tournament, though. I definitely see both these teams in the March Madness come this March here. Shit, we're already in February, so. Uh, yeah. Well, this used to be a pretty good game. Arizona is number 4, and they're playing Arizona State. I mean, Arizona State came back and they had, triple overtime against UCLA. So I mean, it's not going to be just an easy cakewalk. And I took 12 here. I took 12 with the Wildcats. I just think Arizona, maybe it's close at first, but I think maybe Arizona blows them out in the second half. I just think Arizona this year definitely has a really good team this year. I mean, last year was kind of, not so good, not so great Arizona team. This year they're kind of coming back with a little bit of a vengeance. So definitely see them competing in the March Madness tournament. All right. So what about NBA here? What about the NBA here? And everybody's probably asking me, why aren't you talking about the Winter Olympics? I don't care. You want the Winter Olympics? You can go somewhere else in that coverage. I'm not going to, you know, it's not that I hate China or whatever. I don't care. It ain't my bag, man. It ain't my bag. The Winter Olympics just ain't my bag. So tonight in NBA here, we got 5 games. We got the Miami Heat, we got the Washington Wizards, the Toronto Raptors, Charlotte Hornets, got the Golden State Warriors taking on the Thunder. We have the Phoenix Suns taking on the Chicago Bulls, and we have the New York Knicks taking on the Utah Jazz. So very, 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 very light slate here for the NBA. Well, because obviously All Star weekend is, I believe, next weekend. I want to say it's next weekend, something like that. So definitely going to be so we have the Miami Heat, the Wizards. I took the over 206 and a half. Now it's actually at over 207. So now, I mean, that was kind of like what I was looking for that. And I could just say, well, I'll just take. But I think they can definitely score over that. That's why I took that over the 7. I mean, Wizards haven't been a terrible team, but last time they were at home, they lost to the Suns. So. And the Miami Heat, I'm wearing the Miami Heat hat. Not a Miami, you know, But I do try to back the Miami Heat. They are definitely a good basketball team. I mean, last year they kind of fell apart. Let's see. I mean, the year before that they were in the bubble and they were in the championship against the Lakers, and obviously didn't win it. So, this game I like the Raptors and the Hornets. I like it a lot. It's the 1 point -1 for the Raptors and +1 for the Hornets. So definitely, and the over under is 224, which is kind of light here, considering both teams definitely could light it up here and definitely put the points on the scoreboard here. So I went with the Hornets on the money line. I just, you know, the Hornets are one of those weird, real weird teams. Like sometimes they play really good, and sometimes they play really bad. So hopefully tonight they will play really well. All right. Then we got the next game. We got the Warriors and the Thunder. Warriors on the road, -12 here. It's the Thunder here. And now it's even money now here. It's even money now. And it's -105 if you want to take the +1 with the Hornets. And it's 211. Now 211 here. I took the over 210, so and then we had the Suns and the Bulls. So 6 points there. I mean, Bulls didn't look too impressive last night against the 76ers, but definitely gave them a good fight. Like that very much here. Um, -6, yeah, +2, +210. So I took the Bulls on the money line here, and that was +285 here. And then now the Jazz -7.5. They're gonna win by 8 anyways. I took them by the 8. So, I mean, -6.5 now. So now the Suns gotta win by 7. And this game's changed down to 7.5 here. So sure it might slip down again here. Yeah, we're about 3 minutes away from tip off for most of these games here. So, figured I'd get up on here and give my early bets here, and oh, obviously over 207 and a half. Yeah, they really think, so, a lot of people, pushing the over under here a little bit here. It started out at, I believe it was a 206. Now it's 207 and a half. So now it's gonna go. If you're taking the over, it's gotta go over 208 here. 2 minutes. 2 minutes till bet here for that game and the Raptors game here. Raptors and the Hornets. Obviously still -1. Keep -7 here. You get even money if you're betting the money line now here on the Hornets. I think it's 224.5 here on the. Like I said, I took the Hornets here, and I took the over. So it's bumped up. It's bumped up quite a bit, a little bit here. Like I said, the over under here in this Heat and Wizards. I think a lot of people are like me, and we believe that these teams can kind of score some points here. But these teams could probably also play to the under as well. We have the Toronto Raptors and the Hornets here. I mean, that's another game that's gonna be tipping off here. Here about in a minute here. And of course, a slew of these college games here. About ready to tip off as well here. We have Hartford leads by 1 point here, 40-39 here. So you got 79 points. You know, I thought this was another interesting game, Hartford and UMass Lowell, but I stayed away from it because I'm not familiar with either one of these two teams. So I think, let's see, I think I bet the over under. I'm just trying to think here, but yeah, we got a lot of tip offs here. Yeah. Tip off will be had here and tip it off in Chattanooga and Mercer. We got Eastern Illinois and Tennessee Tech. We got Furman and East Tennessee State, George Mason and Richmond, James Madison and Drexel, North Carolina Greensboro and Western Carolina. We got Pittsburgh and Virginia Tech, Temple, South Florida, UC University of Texas San Antonio and Middle Tennessee State. We got Virginia and Duke. Those games are about ready to tip off now. We got 1, 2, 3, 4. We got 4 more games. So we got a lot of games tipping off here. So I'm gonna sign off here. We're gonna sign off here and get ready to watch some of these games, watch some of the bets here, and see how we do, see how well we go here. And obviously smoke the 420 here, smoking and choking and joking and smoking, as we always do, as I always do. That's basically what I am. You know, I'm just a joker that likes to shoot shit, you know. But like to be serious at times as well too. But you know, people don't take me very seriously, but that's okay. It's all right. But I need, you know, when I was younger, I wanted all that, you know. Oh, you know, you want all that shit. When you're older, you just fucking let me do my shit and leave me the fuck alone, please, respectfully. Respectfully, just let me do my shit and leave me the fuck alone. I'm not hurting nobody. I'm not fucking nobody. Don't fuck me. You don't fuck with me. I won't fuck with you. That's where I come from. You don't jump in my shit. I don't jump in your shit. The more we keep that, better off we are. But yeah, so I'm definitely gonna be enjoying some of these games. But I'll let y'all tomorrow. Let you know how the record stands. Let you know how our record stands as far as what we did today, as far as our bet. So let's hope that nobody gets fucking busted for the Super Bowl here. We hopefully get some good Super Bowl sound bites. You know, get some people talking shit. You know, get it stirring up a bit. You know, so we'll have plenty of Super Bowl hype coming up this week. We're gonna have our own little Super Bowl party kind of thing. So it's gonna be awesome. So be be awesome to do here. You know, who knows? Maybe we might even try to broadcast that. You know, that'd be kind of cool. But obviously won't broadcast the Super Bowl, but I can have the party going on in the background with us celebrating, getting excitement and the reactions of the game and stuff of that nature. But take it easy. Take care of yourselves. And we'll be back. Funky Fresh. Check yourself before you wreck yourself. And we out this piece.